The Windows 10 desktop is like an office desk. It's where you put things that you're currently working on and things that you use often, like your shopping list or your calculator. On your desktop, you can put shortcuts or links to applications like your calculator, your documents, which could be equivalent to your shopping list, folders, pictures, and other things that are on your computer. For example, I have the following shortcuts on my desktop. I have Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Adobe Acrobat Reader, Family Heritage, Zoom, and BenQcast. The recycle bin is also located on your desktop. An easy way to create shortcuts on your desktop is copy them there from the Start menu. This is easier to do when the Start menu is not in full screen mode. If we go to the Start menu, we click on the Settings button, type in Start in the search field, go to Start Settings, and we want to make sure that the Start menu is not in full screen mode, which it is not. Now we've got that accomplished, we can click on the Windows icon to open up the Start menu. My screen is now showing all apps on the left-hand side and tiles on the right-hand side of my screen. We can now create a desktop shortcut. Let's say we want to have quick access to the calculator. You can create a shortcut on your desktop by dragging and dropping the calculator application icon to your desktop. So first start by hovering over the calculator, clicking on it and holding down your mouse. Keep holding your mouse down. Drag it up until you see your desktop and you'll see the word link. Now you can let go of your mouse. You've just created a shortcut to your calculator. So if you click on it, it will automatically open up your calculator for you. The recycle bin holds items that have been deleted by you. These items stay in the recycle bin until you empty it. Files that are in the recycle bin may be recovered or restored. You can choose to restore one item or all the items in your recycle bin. The files or applications that you choose to restore return to their location of origin. Let's close the recycle bin for now. We're going to right-click on the desktop. As you can see, there's a drop-down menu here with choices, the first of which is View. When you click on View, a flyout menu opens. Here you have choices of changing the size of your icons. If I choose large, notice how large my icons get on my desktop. Right-click again, go into View, change them to small. Very small icons. Right-click on your desktop, and we'll go to Medium. Right-click on your desktop again, go to View, Right now I have my icons on auto arrange. That means the computer decides how they want them arranged. I could align them to a grid. Or you can also deselect and not even show your desktop icons. This works like a toggle switch off and on. The next item in the menu is sort. You can sort by name, by size of the file, by the item type. Item type is, for instance, if you had a bunch of files that you had out there that were all Word, all the Word files would be together. If you had a whole bunch of Excel, all the Excel files would be together. Or by the date modified. If you have a big jumbled mess over here, you can always refresh your screen and it will take care of putting them back together for you. The next item in this menu is Manage OneDrive Backup. If you click on that, it opens up a window. Here you have the option to synchronize folders on your PC in OneDrive. This means that your files and folders will be stored in the Microsoft Cloud, which is OneDrive, and will be retrievable if your PC goes down. This will likely cost you a monthly fee unless you have very little information in your system. We'll close out of this and right-click again on the desktop. The next item is New. Here in the flyout menu are choices for folder. You can create a new shortcut from here. Microsoft Access Database, bitmap image, Microsoft Word document, PowerPoint presentation, publisher document, a rich text document, a text document, Excel file, or a compressed zipped folder. Down one more is the display settings. Here you can change the brightness and the color of your display. This acts like a toggle switch, which makes it lighter and darker. You can change the size of the text, apps, and other items here as well. 100% is recommended, but if you go into the advanced scaling settings, you can experiment with that and make them larger if you want to. The next item scrolling down is the display resolution. The recommended resolution is 1600 by 900 on my particular system. It may be different on yours. You can experiment on your own time with the different choices of resolution and find one that you're more comfortable with. Let's close out of the display menu. We'll right-click again on the desktop and go to Personalize. Personalize is where you can get creative, where you can make the computer look like you want it to. If you're tired of the Windows background, for instance, you can change it to a nice picture. You can also change it to a solid color. going to go back to picture. A slideshow is, if you have a bunch of pictures, they will scroll and you'll have a different one all the time. I'm going to go back to picture and let's see, we'll choose a puppy. I don't want that ugly background color though. I think I'll just leave it as black. And now I'm going to add a picture to it. There. Now, I'm going to choose to keep my picture centered. If I chose to fill, it would blur out my picture considerably. And you'll have to experiment with this when you fit a picture in there. If I stretch it, it will make it distorted. So I chose to center mine. And I chose my background color to be black. The next item on the left-hand side is colors. I've chosen a dark theme. You can also choose a light theme. Do you see how it changes your screen? I'm going to go back to my dark theme again. So I believe it's easier for you when I'm teaching for you to see. Then you can choose your accent color. Depending upon your choices here, you can show your accent color on the following surfaces: the Start, Taskbar, and Action Center, or just the title bars and window borders. If I just have title bars and window borders on right now, so it's just these things that will change. Let me click on Start, Taskbar, and Action Center, and you'll notice my taskbar is now this lavender color, and it also appears here. The next item on the left is Lock Screen. When you first boot your computer up, you have a picture. You can choose which picture you wish. A lot of these are built in to your computer. The one that I found I had in my files, and I chose that one from my files. If you choose Browse, you can go to your folder and choose some of your photos to use as a background color. This is also where you would do your screen timeout settings. Your power and your sleep. Right-click on your desktop again, and we'll go into Personalize. Themes is the next item. I've created a custom theme. I've changed a lot of the things separately on my own. I didn't save my theme because I may decide to change it again later. There are some themes that have already been created, and there are more that you can get from the Microsoft Store. The next item on the left is fonts. You can look down here and it'll give you an example of each of the fonts, what it will look like when you use it. You can get more fonts in the Microsoft Store as well. On the left hand side there is another one down called Start. This is where you change the settings on your Start menu. Anytime you change a setting, I recommend taking a snapshot of what your menu looks like the way it is right now. Then if you change a setting and it doesn't happen to work out the way that you want it to, you'll have your original and you can change it back to the original. The next item on the left is the taskbar. This is where the taskbar settings are. You can experiment through that. Let's go out of this menu. And now we have a very nice looking picture on our screen. We've personalized it with a black background and a cute little picture. Purple borders down here, much better than our plain old Windows background. That concludes our desktop exploration. Thanks for watching.